can run, swing a golf club, swing a bat, and swing a tennis racket with unskilled techniques. They can all learn to do them better with proper form. Bill Rogers, the most famous marathon champion, coach, and author, wrote in his book that running is not a technique sport like golf. All movement is done without a totally efficient technique. People could gain power and safety by understanding what they do right and what they do wrong. My technique discovery is what we all use to run. You do it without any comprehension of what makes you run. Any technique you use that does not make you run cannot make you faster. There is only one technique that makes you run, so it is the only technique that makes you faster. All the running techniques being taught by the experts are not techniques for speed, except one. The single technique that makes you run and increasing your speed is my discovery of how we all do it. That is by using the force of gravity to be pulled forward. We learn to walk and run as babies by first centering our upper bodies over our feet to stand in place. Then we learn to shift our bodies ahead of our feet and hop to walk and run. It came naturally by trial and error without being cognizant of any technique. All the other running techniques being taught are dangerous and should be avoided. Here are some of the most popular. Putting one foot in front of the other does not make you move forward. You can do that and stand in place. Pushing back at the ground cannot be done from a standing position. Lifting the knee and foot high does not make you run. You cannot jump in a straight line head to toe and move forward. The jump cannot be done at one straight line head to toe at a forward angle. The jump takes time while you are falling forward. It is impossible to measure a relationship between stride length and stride frequency. Tilting the upper body forward does not make you run. You can tilt the upper body forward and stand in place. First, we need to know how muscles move our bodies. We lose power when we use the muscles that move us in one direction, while at the same time using the muscles that hold you back. The muscles that hold us back try to move in the opposite direction. We don't know which ones to use, so we tighten them all and dominate with the correct ones. A muscle can only shorten, contract, to move us. It cannot lengthen itself to move us. When we shorten the biceps that go across the front of the joint between the upper arm and the lower arm, it flexes the arm, bringing the lower arm closer to the upper arm. If we want to extend the arm, we need to shorten the triceps across the back of that joint. That is how we straighten the arm. The reason why knowing this is important for running is because right now you contract the muscles that move you along with the muscles that hold you back. It not only holds you back, it also causes tension to cut circulation and restrict your diaphragm. When you stand on your legs leg, gravity applies force to bend the leg. The quads that go across the front of the knee tighten the leg or it would collapse. It applies power between the ground and the hip. Since the quads are only used when you are standing on the leg, you cannot ever be pulling the foot back. You would be bending the leg with the hands across the back of the knee and the leg would collapse. Gravity is a vertical force and can only push straight down. So nobody was able to see how it can move you forward. Gravity moves you forward indirectly. When you lift your front support, you start to fall forward. The force of gravity pulls straight down on a slanted leg and makes the top of the leg fall ahead of the foot. When we jump, the combination of the forward pull of gravity and the lift makes us landing on the other leg at the right height. The jump is always straight up while gravity pulls the top of the leg forward through 100 changing angles. You cannot jump at one angle while moving forward. You can see how gravity works by running a few steps. The first few steps are how you pick up speed to reach a level pace. Run a few steps forward and you can see that your feet drop to the rear and you are pulled forward by gravity. Run a few steps backward and you can see that the feet drop out front and that gravity is pulling you backward. In both directions you are standing off center and only gravity moves you forward and backward. The runners who drop their feet more to the rear on average than the others are the ones that always win the race. That law of physics can never be broken. There are 3 stages in every run. 1, the speed-up stage. 2, the steady stage. 3, the slow-down stage. It is easy to see that the first and third stages are off balance because the feet stay behind to move you forward and stay out front to move you backward. It is hard to see that gravity is pulling you forward at the steady stage of running because there are both a slowdown phase and a speed-up phase. The foot drops ahead for the slowdown phase and speeds up when the foot moves behind the body and then slows down again when you take to the air. Air time is slowdown time, so the jump should always be kept as low as possible to minimize the slowdown.